Hi everybody, welcome to a quick how-to video about our final project. So if you log on to the website now, you'll see that there is now a link with final project on this sidebar. So if you go ahead and click that, what you'll find is the final project assignment page, two different examples, a place to submit the draft, and a place to submit the final version of your project. So what we're going to go through and do today is just kind of quickly run down everything that's going on, the expectations of this project, sort of why you're doing it, and all that jazz. So if you open up your the actual assignment sheet, you'll find the prompt for it as well as the grading rubric that I'll be using to grade these projects. So keep in mind the final project is worth 100 points. And what you're going to be doing is giving me a project proposal for a workshop that you'll be giving on college success strategies. So the scene is you're applying for a one-time grant to fund a professional development workshop for your current department and colleagues. So if you were me when I was an undergraduate, you'd be proposing a workshop for folks in mathematics and physics, which you can broaden to, like the whole College of Science, things like that. So for the actual requirements of this project, you'll have to have at least 3 workshops based on college success strategies. You need a title for each workshop, an explanation or justification for the topics selected, and applicability to the field of research. And these justifications need to be at least 150 words each. Then you're going to identify and describe 3 objectives for each workshop. So this is basically what you want folks to get out of it. So what should they take away from the workshop? And then you're going to name at least 3 tasks required for content development for each course. So you can kind of think of this like an action plan. Now we're going to grade this project on a rough draft. So you'll need at least the details for 3 workshops, like the objectives, and an outline of the justification. And that rough draft is worth 30 points. Then when I actually grade the final, I'm going to be looking at your objectives and content, the justification. I'm going to look at whether or not you took any of my feedback and incorporated it into your rough draft. And then, of course, I'll be looking at clarity and grammar and formatting for the project. So overall, that should add up to 100 points. Now, this might seem a little bit strange. So what we're going to do is go through the 2 examples that I have posted. Now, both of these examples are just one proposal. So keep in mind, you have to do 3 of them. So if we head over to our first one, they'll download as Word docs. We're going to open this up really quick. It's going to take a minute. And I am going to share this new screen. So our first one is set up sort of like a table. So you'll see here that I've listed that the event is Student Success in STEM. So that's what I've titled my whole workshop. The audience, just as a reminder to myself, are undergraduates in STEM fields, so science, technology, engineering, and mathematics. This is workshop number 1. This is more of a numbering system for myself. And the title that I gave this workshop is Order of Operations, Critical Reading Edition. So the college success strategy that I'll be focusing on is critical reading. So I have 3 objectives listed out here. The first one is that academic papers are dense and tend to be challenging to read. How can we improve this process? So first, I want people to consider that. Then I have that reading a paper in order isn't always the most effective method. Reading out of order allows you to get the bigger picture. So I have folks doing that. And then finally, what I want them to take away is sort of this different method for reading papers. For their content development, I have 3 steps for how I'm going to prepare for this workshop. And then I provide some justification that's around 150 words long. It's a little bit over, I believe. So this is one way that you can format it, but let's jump over to a different way. Hold on. I'm gonna hop back over to BB Learn. Go to our final project and click example project number 2. So you should now see this second version. So here's a different way that you could format your project proposal. So I kept the audience up at the top as a reminder, listed which number this was. I gave the title of this student success workshop, Time Keeps Slippin'. The strategy that I'm focusing on here is time management. I have my objectives that I want people to get out of it. I have my content development. You'll see I have a few extra steps. And then I have the justification here. So these are 2 single examples. You'll need to have 3 different workshops. So you need to pick 3 college success strategies to do this on. So let me hop back over to BB Learn. So keep in mind that a college success strategy is basically anything that we cover in this class. So we've talked about goal setting, stress management, time management, critical reading and note taking. We'll talk about studying and test taking, as well as how to access different resources, receiving feedback, all of these different things. So if you have any questions about what kind of counts as a college success strategy, you can check out the syllabus, or you can just shoot me a message and we can talk a little bit more about it. So as I mentioned in the actual assignment prompt, one of the things that you need to do is submit a draft. So the draft does have a due date. You'll see it on the syllabus and you'll see it here. It is due Friday, November 20th at 11:59 p.m. So that is the Friday before we leave for Thanksgiving break. I don't want to assign anything over break, so I just want to make sure that you have this submitted to me before you leave. That way it gives me Thanksgiving break to grade all of them and to write feedback for you in case there's anything that I think would be really helpful. So you can just attach it here. One important note is please submit either a Word doc or a PDF. So not every computer can accept all the different ones, but Word docs and PDFs are the best ones to submit for this. Couple of other things, please make sure that all of these workshops are like in one document. So it should be like 3 different pages. If they're a little bit longer, that's totally fine as well, but just submit them as one big thing. Now, if we go back to our final project, the final version of the final project will be due on December 16th. So that's the Wednesday of finals week. We don't have any other things due that week. All you need to submit is the final project and then a quick survey about the class. Both are really simple. Again, submit them as either a Word doc or a PDF, and all 3 proposals should be in one document. Now, if you have any questions about the final project, please let me know. Hopefully these examples give you a really clear idea of what my expectations are, along with the final project assignment page. Let me know if you have any questions, but with that, that is all I have for you for this little update. I will post this video in the final project tab. Have a great day. Bye-bye.